Hi everybody, welcome to the video. Today's going to be a what sold video. Today is Tuesday. We have several orders going out today, and I'll go ahead and feature those in this video. So first right off the bat, we have a Lego set. I just figures. I just posted these on, it was Sunday I posted these, and they sold yesterday afternoon, so they're going out today. And these are the Lego Friends. Now, they're not as desirable as the regular Lego minifigures. However, they still sell because they are Legos. And I got these in the giant bundle. With Legos, you don't want to pay too much when you're out sourcing them. Legos do sell. They sell well. Even just plain, just the building blocks. But when it comes to Legos and you're sourcing it, people tend to price it up, even at Goodwills, even at flea markets. A lot of people know the value of Legos. They see them in stores. They see how pricey they are. And so they'll tend to price them up, especially if they're brand new in the box. So when you are trying to source Legos, try to negotiate the price down if you can. And the best thing to do is to buy Legos loose. Because, I mean, I found some minifigures that are worth $80 to $100. However, a majority of them, they aren't crazy valuable, but they are valuable, and they do sell quick. Like I've said in previous videos, Legos, to me, I kind of treat it as cash, so I do keep some in stock. And, if things are a little slow with sourcing-wise, I'll start going through some Legos, and I'll start posting those items. Even just individual pieces, like just the hair pieces, just the accessories, just the legs, faces, all that stuff sells. So if you just have Legos and you don't, know how to put them together, or you don't know what sets you have, maybe you bought a big old tub of them, break it up. Like, break up the regular Legos, just regular Lego building blocks, into, 1 pound bags. You could sell them for $10 to $15 for 1 pound bags. If you have minifigures and you don't know what legs go to what, if you have a good amount of them, just sell the legs or sell the heads. If you have accessories, just sell the accessories. Go on to sold listings, see what they're currently going for, especially if you have a big lot of them, and price them appropriately and try to sell them. But try to buy Legos low. These I got in 2 bins full of Legos, so I found all these Lego Friends, and these are all the same, from the same group of Legos, the Friends series. And so I just grabbed all the Friends all together, threw them. I mean, they're not all complete, so I just threw them all together and threw them into one big lot, and this sold for $17. Pretty good sale. Next up is a really good sale. This sold for $140. This is a smart display, kind of like what Amazon offers, or what else offers smart displays? Google offers smart display. This is a Google display, but this is by a company called Lenovo, and it's a 10-inch display. I grabbed this at a Goodwill. It was brand new, completely sealed, still in the plastic. I quickly looked it up because I don't usually pick up smart displays, because they're usually used, and the value is pretty low, and the buy-in cost is pretty high. But this one here was $26, and I looked it over. I looked it up while I was in the store, really quick, quick to look up. I had a barcode. I don't think this barcode wasn't working, so I just quickly typed in Lenovo Smart Display, 10-inch, and they were going for right around $150, brand new in the box. So once I saw that relatively quickly. You got to be quick when you're in the stores. You kind of want to move quickly, because you don't want to spend too much time there, especially if there's nothing there for you to get. You want to move on to the next one. Just like when you're at the flea market, you're going vendor to vendor. You need to quickly be able to eyeball everything, kind of size up what they have, if it's worth it for you to stay there, or move on to the next vendor. So I quickly was able to look up, this was clear, concise, what it was. Lenovo Smart Display, 10-inch. Looked it up really quick and realized it was a great buy. So that's about $100 profit right there. So Lenovo Smart Display. Definitely keep your eye out for them, especially if they're brand new. Even used, they were kind of going for a little bit. The other ones that do go for a good amount used are the Facebook portals. I did see one at the flea market the other day, but the guy had it priced at I think like $50, and it goes for about 80. So I didn't want to get involved with that. Just not the profit margin on an item like that. Plus, like I couldn't even test it, so I didn't even know if it really worked. But pretty good. Lenovo Smart Display. Keep your eye out for them. I'm gonna go pull some more items, and then we'll go over those. Okay, a few more items that are going out here today. Yesterday I did run to the post office a little bit later, so I was able to take probably one more or two more things that were actually should go out today, but there's still some sticky residue on there, and it keeps falling. Goo Gone. Just be careful with using your cleaning products on what surface you're using it on. Make sure it's not going to do any damage. This is just, the outer plastic, so. But I use a nice little rag. Spray a little bit on there, just so it doesn't get everywhere. And as you can see, it takes the sticky residue pretty much right off with a few swipes. Now what I do is, just because sometimes they'll leave a little oily residue, the Goo Gone is like an oil, citrus oil. So I'll just take a little bit of alcohol there and just wipe that down. This is just plastic, so the alcohol is not going to do any damage to it, nothing like that. So just be careful, water, alcohol, and Goo Gone are usually all I use. Don't usually use anything else for cleaning, dish soap maybe, but if I'm cleaning shoes. So what do we have? We have these guys turn out to be a pretty good. This is Wilton, and if anybody's familiar with Wilton, they do a lot of aluminum products, bakeware, aluminum dishes. Definitely a name to be on the lookout for. It's not very high end, so you want to get it for a good price. These here ended up, we found these in a big old lot from a bunch of them. I think we got like 20 of them or so, and they're each selling for like about $10. So I sent out offers. So this one was like $9.90. So these have slowly been going out. So these little pillars, Greek pillars, these are for cakes. I'm just gonna double check and make sure the person didn't order 2 of them. They only ordered 1. Yeah, it's only one. So because people have been buying these like at 2 packs, 3 packs, so this person just bought 1. So one more left on this order. So yeah, that was a cool, almost probably $180 profit after everything's said and done on that. So I'm gonna get that out the door. Just gonna go into a bubble poly mailer. I will wrap it once just to make sure it's pretty secure and nothing happens to it. The Nintendo, anything Nintendo is good. Make sure you get it at the right price though, because Nintendo is priced up at flea markets, at Goodwills, usually wherever you source. If they see Nintendo, they're going to price it up. But this one here I picked up for $2.99. Definitely good to pick up the power adapters, especially if it's the OEM or if it's from the original manufacturer or vendor. This one I got at a Goodwill. Definitely open it up, make sure, look at it, when you're there. Make sure that it's in there first of all, that it's the right power adapter. And this one I took an offer of, how much did I sell this for? Another thing people do is they like to pair the original products with let's say they probably bought a Nintendo Switch, but they don't have the original power adapter. A lot of people like to have the original power adapter, and it's not 100% necessary, but it is recommended by Nintendo. If you buy a Switch, make sure you use Nintendo Switch products on that item. And generally it's yeah, you can get generic adapters and stuff and it'll work perfectly fine. There are some instances though with some products where you will need the original. I've encountered that with Apple, a lot of Apple products. older iPods and stuff, you know, some of them just don't work with any other adapters except an Apple adapter. It's kind of strange, but that's what it is. Another thing that's sold is an Eddie Bauer. This is a 3XL tall mock neck, so it has a little bit of it's not a crew neck, just a regular crew neck t-shirt. This is a long sleeve, so this has a little bit more of a collar, so like a double collar almost. Not a turtleneck, but just like a double collar. Like I said, 2XL, no, 3XL, and it's a tall, size tall. So I bought this for those reasons. I don't usually pick up Eddie Bauer. I mean, Eddie Bauer, this is a vintage t-shirt. It's older. It wasn't great condition, but picked it up, ended up selling it for $10. You know, it's Eddie Bauer. Eddie Bauer is not really a good resell, but I picked it up because it was a 3XL and it was a tall. So the bigger sizes, when it comes to clothing, bigger sizes sell well. I usually don't, you know, unless it's something really special, I usually don't mess with smalls or mediums, even larges sometimes. I'll usually just stick to XL, 2XL, or larger when I'm buying t-shirts or buying pants or shorts. Just because those larger sizes are kind of harder to find in a retail setting. So if I have them up on eBay, usually people will you know, look towards other platforms to find those sizes in clothing that they would like. But otherwise, you have to go like to a big and tall store, and not every place is a big and tall store. So last thing here is kind of hard for me to call it a bolo because it took so long to sell, but back in the day this thing went for quite a bit, and this retailed I think for $150, maybe $200 retail. Logitech keyboard. This was brand new in the box. I opened it up. I did open it because I took the batteries out because of its age. Then luckily the batteries were not in the product. It was still new, but the batteries were in there floating around because they, back in the day, they used to include batteries with products. And the batteries would go into the keyboard. The mouse was rechargeable. So I believe the mouse should still be good. So give you like at least a day charge on that based on its age. I mean, this is like a decade old or more. But I used to use one of these, and it was really cool because it was one of the first keyboards that really had a bunch of features on it. And as you can see, it even had like a little display thing. It would show your music as you're playing it on your computer. It had your just little, these weren't buttons, these were actually just little pads you would slide your finger on to increase the volume or zoom in on your screen. Really cool keyboard, and it was Bluetooth. The mouse was a nice, really nice, like ergonomic mouse. I mean, when it comes to keyboards and mice, like some people just get, I mean, and I'm one of them. I'm one of those people where I get hung up on what I used to use, and I want that back, because I like it's, even though some of the newer stuff has great features, it's more ergonomic. Sometimes that older stuff, I mean, like some of the stuff I used back in early 2000s, it was just like, you can't find that anymore nowadays. And let me show you an example over here at my computer setup. Just make sure there's no addresses or work stuff going on over here, because I do work with some sensitive material that I really can't, you got to be careful. This over here. Yeah, I'm not working today, but they always need help where I work. Okay, so right here, let me make sure I get to the frame. Come on, there we go. Okay, this mouse right here, Microsoft mouse. See that right there? Microsoft. It's rollerball mouse. So now these, just the ball. If you find this ball, but look at the design on it. This is specific to Microsoft ones. If you find this ball, that's like a $40 or $50 ball right there. This I found at a Goodwill. I found two of these actually. I sold one, and I kept this one. I keep it clean because these tend to get a lot of dust on the inside. But you know, I found one similar to this on Amazon, a generic brand, but it's not the same. Not the same as this Microsoft. This is the Trackball Explorer 1.0 PS2/USB. It's a USB connector, but you can get like a PS2 connector to plug it into. PS2 is the connection for a computer, not a PS2 PlayStation 2. But this mouse is just, you just can't find this design anymore. Like I said, there's some on Amazon, but it's not the same. I tried them out. It just does not work. Really good mouse, really amazing mouse. I use this for work. It's great. I used to use this for gaming, but it is a little, you know, the trackball, yeah, it's great, but the accuracy just isn't there. But I do really like this. Really like this mouse. If you've never tried it, if you see one out there, they go for like $100 on eBay. So, and this is old, very old mouse. Another one over here that I have, which the reason why I use this one and not the other one that I have is the other one's a Logitech, and the other one's missing this little scroll wheel on the mouse. But that one over here got so much stuff going on. This is a lot of collection stuff that I don't sell. I have a bag of Goodwill I'm going to go over another video. This one here is very similar, and again, they don't make this anymore. Even the new ones that the generic ones that they have just don't have the same feel. But a Logitech trackball. Look at the ball on that one. That one's different. So that's how you know the difference between Logitech and Microsoft. This one just has little dots. The other one has like little circles. This is the PS2 connector. This is the Trackman. This again also goes for about $100. Trackman Marble. And this is a great mouse. I prefer the Microsoft one better just because it has that scroll wheel. This one has this button here that allows you to activate the scrolling up and down, but it's not the same as just a wheel. So, but this is just a great mouse. I mean, great feel in the hand. I wish they would make these again, bring them back, but they haven't. I mean, they're really ergonomic, really easy on your hands. Put them in a nice position when you're working on a computer. You just gotta get used to the trackball feature. I've tried the one with the thumb. I severely dislike the thumb. But this one right here, and I'd be willing to pay $100, $120 for that to get that back. And for those of you that notice, my setup here at home, I have, dual keyboard. I have this keyboard. I like keyboards. I like mice. This is just a little Bluetooth Ergo keyboard. This is just a really nice higher end clicky keyboard. Nice keyboard. I really like that. I have my trackpad over here just in case. I mean, it comes in handy. These are really great mice too. Really comfortable. The Logitech MX Master. This is an older version, but tons of features on it. Oop, popped up that screen. Bluetooth, as well as it has a little dongle you can use too. You can connect up to 3 different devices to this. A great mouse, rechargeable, really cool mouse. Even this little pad part is a button too, so really cool mouse there. Yeah, I use this one for gaming. When I'm gaming, this is a Logitech G5 20 Lightspeed. I've tried different Logitechs. This is the one I finally settled on. It gives me the most amount of options too, button wise, and I just like the design in my hand. Everybody's hand's different. Everybody needs, if you're, this one also comes apart. It has, you can add weight to it. I like it nice and light. I'm telling you. And then I have this mouse over here for different gaming. I haven't really found a good mouse for when I'm playing games with all kinds of features, but this one seems to fit the bill. This is a Red Dragon. I got this on Amazon, and just look at all those options. When I played, what they call an MMO, or massive multiplayer online game. But I don't play those too much, but I have the mouse here ready to go. And this is a really comfortable mouse. It just has that, gets your fingers all off the one problem I have with it is sometimes my finger tends to drag, and so then I'll it'll slow me down as I'm moving it. So I like this, that I can put all my fingers up on the mouse there, and it's a good pad there. Really good. When I'm gaming, I have a smaller keyboard. I just can't fit all my keyboards I have on here, but I also have a little a small keyboard pad over here on this side that I use. It's just it just gives me like a half, like almost like a half keyboard. This is actually an older version, which I prefer. Again, going back, I'm looking for the older stuff that I used to use that I really liked. This was by Belkin, and which is since this not the company, but this this keyboard brand, or I should say this keyboard style, or intellectual property, I guess would be the proper word, is now owned by Razer, which makes a lot of they make a lot of gaming accessories, and I do have one of those. I'm not really a big fan of it. It is a little more comfortable. It does have some more buttons and options, but the original, I looked for this, I paid up for this, and because I had to have the original. I like the original way better than, and this is the original, like almost, I think this was one of the first like half keyboards for gaming, dedicated primarily for gaming. I mean, this is the ASD. I don't even remember the letters exactly. I just know I know it by hand memory, but this is the WASD ZXC, and then this would be like your shift, caps, and tab. So then it has the up down right here. You can program that to do something. It has the roller ball, space bar. I mean, I had to have the original. You'll find that with a lot of, especially like computer gamers and stuff. You know, they'll or old techie guys. You'll see that they'll pay up for the older stuff, and I will too. Just for that, I get that feeling back. That just that nice, smooth trackball of the Microsoft Trackball Explorer, that hand feel, the where the button placement is. So if you're looking at older tech, older mice especially, look them up. You see them there, you see it's older, even if it's worn out. Don't hesitate to look it up, check it out. They may go for good money, everybody. So either way, that was my what sold video for today. I do have some more sales coming in this morning, so I might not have a chance to get those out because I want to run to the Goodwill really quick, and then I'll do a what I bought at Goodwill from 2 days ago, because I did get some good things. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope I'm helping out everybody. Hope you guys are finding some items out there. Please share with me in the comments what you guys are finding. We're all trying to just help each other out in this reselling world. But I appreciate the watches, the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, I just got back from Goodwill, finishing packaging my items to go to the post office, and I don't think I showed this one to you guys in my what sold. But this is Mexico glass, and Mexico glass cups have a very distinctive look to them, and they all look kind of similar to this. Really nice, heavy-duty glass, great for buying for your own, for yourself. This one, I only found one of these. This one had a, had a tag, said made, handcrafted in Mexico. But this one had a cool glass little snowman kind of fused in there, which I thought was unique and cool. This one sold for $14. I picked it up for $2.19. And definitely would be picking this up. I wish there was a set of these. These were really nice. Otherwise, that's the last thing of the day. I'm just tacking this on to the end of the video. Thanks, guys, for watching.